Alright, I'm fucking here. I'm gonna do the Phoenix. My coffee's still cooling. Give me a sec. Alright, come on, penis, right? Let's go. I'm addicted to this game. I gotta play more. Alright, fucking do this shit. Alright, I'm ready. Why does my fucking YouTube shit always do that? It's weird, it's dumb, I hate it. It's stupid. Alright. So what do you think, Mr. Wright? I think the volume's up too loud. Give me a sec. I think the prosecution is as confused as we are. After all, I shat on the judge's table. The victim was murdered in 2 different places at the same time. And a different suspect was arrested for each of the crimes. Was arrested at each of the crime scenes. Ah! Where'd you come from? Lana. Good morning, Mr. Wright. I apologize for yesterday. I was indisposed. I hope they didn't hold you too long for questioning. We just finished, actually. I'm used to all-nighters, though. So how'd it go? It's as Mr. Wright suspects. The police are clueless. I figured as much, so I struck a plea bargain. A plea bargain? What do you mean by that? We agreed that if I told them the truth behind this simultaneous murder, they wouldn't seek capital punishment. That's what I mean, Emma. But Lana, don't tell me you... Much to my regret, I'm as much in the dark about this as they are. So I'm getting the death penalty anyways. Miss Skye. We found trace evidence of a certain person in the police department's evidence room. They belonged to Officer Jake Marshall. Yeehaw. What kind of trace evidence? Blood-stained fingerprints, to be exact. That's the trump card I have up my sleeve today. I'm going to accuse him. I know he's kind of, maybe like, I don't know, maybe he's a friend of yours. I don't think he's a friend of yours, actually. I don't think you know him. Fuck him. I'm going to accuse this guy. I'm just going to accuse him randomly. I will not be held in contempt of court because the judge tries to hold me in contempt of court. I will fucking punch him. That's how court works. I'm a lawyer. Anyways, do you understand what I mean, don't you? In order to defend my sister, you're going to accuse Mr. Marshall? You got to play the cards we're dealt. Isn't that right, Miss Skye? I don't think she approves. I don't think she agrees, Phoenix. Do what you have to do, Mr. Wright. Just get me my innocence. For Christ's sake, I'll kill anybody in order to get out of jail. Even the innocent. Alright, let's accuse random people. Why am I pounding twice? That's something that Athena Sykes does. Don't ask me how I know how Athena Sykes does her court thing. I know because I'm going to tell you anyway. I watched the My Little Pony thing. It's a good series if you're okay with the My Little Pony Phoenix Wright series and the fan sequel afterwards, Elements of Justice. Let me tell you, it's a good series if you're okay with watching fucking ponies get murdered. Anyway, the court is now in session for the trial of Miss Skye. The defense is ready, Your Honor. I'm not talking about the prosecution is. I'm afraid you'll have to clarify. It takes 30 minutes by car to reach the police department from the prosecutor's office. Yet the victim, Bruce Goodman, was slain in both places at the same time. But that's not physically possible, is it? What's more, I hear the victim from the evidence room just disappeared. Damn! Yes, and the body eventually reappeared in the trunk of Mr. Edgeworth's car. Wow, this is one messed up trial. One of my duties as prosecutor is to present impartial evidence. That said, I didn't fucking kill him. Today I'll present evidence relating to the murder of the police department. In so doing, I believe the way in which we should proceed will reveal itself. Now that's what sets Mr. Edgeworth apart. He sounds so on top of things, even though he doesn't know what's going on himself. And that's supposed to be an admirable trait? Yeah, fake it till you make it, baby. That's what you do. Very well, let the trial resume. On the day of the crime, what exactly transpired at the police department? Mr. Edgeworth, you may call your first witness of the day to the stand. For its first witness, the prosecution calls the suspect of the murder that occurred at the police department. The suspect? You mean the so-called murderer? Objection, Your Honor. That's unconstitutional. Things are getting wild from the get-go. Oh, this guy. Still probably not constitutional. Will the witness please state his name and occupation? Sir, yes, sir. Yes, sir. I am Officer Meekins, sir. And this is very unconstitutional, sir. You're making me testify against myself, sir. Fuck you. My occupation is, that would be murderer, sir. Are you confessing? So you're telling us you're a professional killer? Sir, it was me, sir. I'm the one who did it. I'll never kill anyone again, sir. You've got to believe me, sir. Actually, what we'd like to hear from you is... Sir, I'm what you'd call part of the younger generation, sir. Those damn fucking millennials and Gen Z always out here murdering people. Person whose actions adults can't possibly comprehend. Fucking excuses. All these damn kids these days always fucking killing police chiefs. It makes an old man mad. I remember back in my day, we used to kill squirrels, I think. Please, Mr. Edwards, sir, help me, sir. Officer Meekins. Yes, sir? Give us your report of the crime. Like I said, coffee, not yet cooled. Can't drink it yet. Consider that an order. Yes, sir, as you wish. After all, I'm part of the generation that must be told what to do. Shit, fucking Meekins. This has been raised by a boomer. You can't fall in love with enthusiasm. Crime report, sir. Although it's not my normal duty, I was assigned to guard the evidence room that day. I spotted a suspicious man on the security screen and rushed into the room. I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. I fought for my life. Then I did it. After that, I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. So the victim, Detective Goodman, attacked you? Do unto others before they do unto you. That's the Meekins family motto, sir. We're all in jail. I see, then you fainted, and a colleague helped you regain consciousness. You really shouldn't go to jail for that. I mean, not only is that self-defense, that he's a fucking cop. Yes, sir, you knocked him upside the head, sir. Very well. That's the journey may begin this investigation. I need here is more info to work with. Yeah, just fucking tell me what to do. Just tell me. Okay. Mr. Meekins, you work in the General Affairs Department, do you not? Yes, sir. I am in charge of hiring new recruits, sir. Yikes, now there's a scary thought. Evidence transfer was taking place on the day of the crime, which meant many officers were given special tasks not ordinarily performed. I was in charge of guarding the Blue Badger, sir. The Blue Badger? Oh, right, because Blue Badger's got a handprint on it. Ah, I should have fucking dusted that fucker. I should have dusted that. Which I said, when I saw that Blue Badger, I should have dusted him on sight. I should have just fucking lit his ass up. That fucking rat. Yes, sir. The lovely police mascot created by Chief Detective, sir. I was to ensure it wasn't broken during the transferal process. Well, you really fucking did a great job of that. That was my sole mission for the day, sir. I see. Sounds like a very important mission. After the awards ceremony finished that day, there were so many people running around that I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. Oh, so that's why you went to the evidence room. Tell us, what did you see when you got there? I saw a spaceman security screen and rushed into the room. I want to enter the evidence room. Green ID card, am I correct? Precisely, sir. I have one right here around my neck. It's strangling me slowly. Your ID number should be listed on here, right? There it is. I found it. It's the one right here. Would you please read us the number? Sir, it's 4989596. That's my number, sir. I see, huh? But the number 4989596 is shown being used twice. Please explain, witness. It's no real mystery, sir. The first time is when I relocated the Blue Badger to the evidence room. And the second time is when I went to get him after everything slowed down. Or when I went to get him after everything slowed down. Okay. I see, so it was during that second time when... Yes, sir. That's what I was supposed to be. Let's get... I was only doing what I was trained to do, sir. I was suddenly attacked. What exactly were you trained to do? So you were attacked? Can you please tell us exactly what happened to you? It was a knife, sir, a knife. Take a built-in brutal knife on you? What happened then? Well, with me charging in on him like that, he looked as surprised as I was. I'm not exactly the kind of person someone would want to run into. That's when I reacted, sir. I swung my arms like an octopus, struggling to detain him. That's how I got this gash on my hand. Maybe just kept your cool, your hand wouldn't be. When I saw the blood trickling down my arm, I panicked. I got the man by his collar. I fought for my life, then I did it. I killed him! I killed both of them! And then I immediately teleported to the fucking other place, and then I killed him again at the same time, because I'm a time traveler! Ah! I don't know. What do you think it mean when you say you did it? Well, I had sex with him. I know I don't know the type, but I'm really into kung fu films, sir. Ah, there's some coffee. There's some liquid fucking power. The man let his guard down for an instant, so I snatched his knife from him. You took his knife? I spun around and performed a disarming maneuver. I made sure to close my eyes like a man. See, he must have been desperate. Next thing I knew, his white coat was drenched in a sea of my blood. And then the next thing I knew. Yes? He punched me right in my face, sir. Then I passed out until another officer smacked me awake. What time did you regain your consciousness? No offense, sir, but how am I supposed to know that? I was unconscious. Yeah, but not when you regained your consciousness. According to the report, the officer that woke up the witness was about 5:30. He hit me right in the head, too. Alright, I think that's a contradiction. Because there's no record of anyone coming in afterwards. I woke up crying tears of pain. That's nice, it's nice that you recover, that is. I came around, though. I made sure to finish my mission, sir. Your mission? Yes, sir. The Blue Badger, sir. Return into the entrance before things got out of hand. Oh, you don't want to see you now. Oh, thank fucking God. I believe now we have a fairly accurate picture of what happened. Yes, Your Honor. Only one thing remains unclear. Was the man this officer murdered really the victim? He's got a point. Yes, Officer Means? With regard to that, sir, take a look at this. It was sent to my jail cell. Chief Grant delivered it to me just this morning, sir. The Chief delivered it? What is this, a videotape? Yes, sir, that's absolutely right, sir. A videotape, sir. Stop with your fucking... Somebody take that shit away from him. Contains footage from the security camera in the evidence room. What? But I specifically asked if there was such a tape. I was told it had been mistakenly erased. That's quite a mistake. I just do what I'm told, sir. It's the only thing I'm really good at. Looks like communication with the police department is as good as ever. Well then, let's have a look. Show us the video of you murdering the victim. Please stop using that word murder, sir. It scares me. Videotape of a real murder. Just what are we getting ourselves into? Oh shit. Oh shit, it's Five Nights at Badgers! Fuck! The Badger must have done it! Oh shit! Who's that? Who's spooky? That's right, that Badger jumps out at me. Oh, son of a bitch. The Badger's complicit in the crime. Ah, look at him sneaking. Oh, so he did. See, I was kind of thinking that maybe maybe him having the knife, the fucking guy just thought he was gonna attack him, but no, the knife definitely. Wow, that shows us so fucking much. Yeah, fucking Five Nights at Blue Badgers over here, fellas. Well, I believe we're all thinking the same thing. That Badger is definitely haunted by the soul of a dead child. How can we deal with these unsettling feelings still within us? The hell was that wriggling piece of plywood? Sir, that's the pride and joy of the entire criminal affairs department, sir. It's the blue bag. I wonder if that's a fucking thing. It's gotta be. I don't see it. Someone needs to get on that. Whatever. Who fucking cares? Who fucking cares about this dumb shit? Fucking stupid Badger. I need someone to put my fucking phone. My desk is a mess. Mess desk. I don't want it being so close to my coffee. If that coffee's spilled, it's all fucking over. It's Blue Badger, sir. I'm not surprised this isn't going smoothly. Security video added to the court record. Yes, well, anyway. This tape seems to prove that the witness did indeed encounter someone in the evidence room. Some sort of... Your Honor, Instead of relying on clearly incomplete footage, the witness's testimony will suffice. Yeah, I agree with him there. Is that alright with you, Officer Meekins? Yes, sir. As you wish, sir. Just can't believe you've seen the video. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. I mean, he opened the locker, which required Detective Goodman's fingerprints, too. The locker he opened is unquestionably Detective Goodman's locker, sir. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. What's this about a fingerprint? Each detective has been given a locker equipped with a fingerprint-activated lock. These locks ensure that each locker can only be opened by a detective it belongs to. Give me a sec. Coffee break. Black energy! God! Yeah! Alright. It's that Dunkin' Donuts coffee. I got a fucking thing of it. Thing of grounds for it. And I cooked coffee with it. And you can't fucking stop me with it! I'm sure that locker can only be opened by the detective once. Intriguing, that would mean. The victim of the crime scene would have been Detective Goodman. Very well. The defense may begin its cross-examination. I don't know where this cross-examination will lead. How about we go back to the fact that nobody came in? Fucking let me. Evidence from. Yeah, because no one came in afterwards. Mystery Man. Man of mysteries. His face can't be clearly seen in the video. Tell me, were you able to get a good look at him? The face of the man who attacked you with a knife? Sir, you must label people as having seen or not seen a man's face. I believe I would be classified as the latter? The latter. But you were standing right in front of him, were you not? More to the point, you are the person who fought him, aren't you? Yes, sir, but I didn't get a clear look at his face, sir. I'm not the kind of guy who looks directly at people when talking with them, you see. Yeah, that's a good trait for a police officer. Still, I'm sure it was him. I bet my badge on it. There's no question that the other person was Detective Goodman, sir. But you don't know that for sure, do you? You never actually saw Detective Goodman's face, because you're an autistic fuck. Hey, I'm autistic, I can say that. Shut the fuck up. Alright. I suppose you might say that. That is, you must label people as having seen or not seen it. Since his face can't be identified in the video, only you can verify it. Why is everyone looking at me? Because you're a witness. If I had to label your stares as disturbing or... Meekins. Eat! Having been shown a questionable video at best, we are not in the best of moods. Now please be more certain with your testimony. Yes, sir. You had the man who brandished a knife on you was Bruce Goodman. Tell us why you are positive it was him. I mean, you have the lockers required Detective Goodman's fingerprints to do. What about these lockers? Is there no other way to open them? No, sir. I myself tried all kinds. Why? You only respond to registered fingerprints, sir. What kind of methods he's tried? The man opened the locker's lock, which only if the man opened the locker's lock, which only responds to its registered fingerprints, then he must be the person the locker was assigned to. Exactly my point, sir. And this too. Locker he opened is unquestionably detective. Locker he opened the locker, sir. How do you know that information? Are you Detective Goodman? Let's take this mask off. Aha! Oh, that's a skeleton. Shit. I remember, sir, from people in the know, sir. People in the know? I work in the department cafeteria, sir. You keep me informed. You also listen to my romantic troubles, sir. For the record, the opened locker did indeed belong to Detective Goodman. Hard to believe a guy like this would have romantic troubles, huh? Verify this information through a more reliable source. So the victim opened the locker with his own fingerprints. So it must be him. No one else could have unlocked it. However, the most important detail is not shown in this video. The man's face. Sir, how may I say something, sir? Please do, after all, you are the one being examined. I don't understand why the man's face is so important to this case, sir. I mean, it was his hand that opened the fingerprint lock. And it was his hand that tried to thrust the knife into my body, sir. My unsettled state can testify enough to this, sir. Yes, you have a point. You are very fucking unsettling. I mean, unsettled. It is, unless the defense can have a problem with it. Sorry, let's check out the court record again. The curative view. There's a problem. The review contained a mistake. There's one thing in the tree that seems rather strange. Strange? This contradiction leaves the possibility that the man may not have been Detective Goodman. What? This video contains such a contradiction? Interesting. Your Honor, I have a proposal. Yes, Mr. Edgeworth? I propose via the defense. Point out to us this alleged contradiction in the video. He would want me to point it out. He would want me to point it out. Very well, proposal accepted. Let's further inspect this piece of evidence. I don't know what he's going for, but I guess I'll figure it out. I will now play the security tape. Mr. Wright, please show us this contradiction you speak of. I have to point out a problem in the video. This is the first time I've ever had to do that. You can do it, Mr. Wright. It's set up so that you can fast forward, rewind, and pause the video. Just take a look and be sure to point out the right thing. Please don't play it too many times. I can't stand watching this video. How did this guy ever become a police officer? Now then, Mr. Wright, please enlighten us. Where is the contradiction that indicates the man may not be Detective Goodman? Anything here? Damn, look at all these snazzy graphics. Damn, it's fucking graphic. It's fucking flag, dude. Information on Goodman is what I need. Okay. I am not sure at all. This music's gonna get annoying real fast. Most I can think of. The thing that's strange about this video would have to be this. Hold on a second, I need to use my eye drops. No, I don't get it. Before you get too teary, perhaps you should think through it. Very well. Every time you point your fingers, something gets hurt. It's like all of us. Right, please show us what you do. Okay, did I not lose any health though? Alright. Maybe I need to... Wait, no, that's not what I wanted. Can I present something from the court record? No, I cannot. Shit. Okay, so that's just not it. That's straight up not it. I thought that because he had blood on his shoulder, and so did... Alright. Huh. Ah, I see it now. I saw it. And boom, you thought you was slick, you thought you was slick, boy. You thought you were being slick, boy! Video has got to be this. Yes, that is strange. Something certainly seems unnatural about that. What could it mean? So I dropped Mr. Wright, but you seem to have forgotten the point of this exercise. The point? What you're looking for is one thing and one thing only. Something that indicates the man may not be home. Yeah, another locker was opened. Oh yeah. Ooh, I almost walked right into the defenseless tree. No, it's... Dude,
there's evidence already in the court record to suggest that nobody else was in there except for those two. He wasn't unconscious, as we can clearly see, and yet that locker was opened. Oh, that's my arrest, sir. Rats, I need to slow down and tackle these things. Time. What do I do? Fuck! What the fuck? Fuck you! Damn it. I already showed you, fucker. I showed you exactly what you were asking for. Good thing that the judge is easygoing this day. Alright, let me keep my eye on those things. No, that's not gonna work. There's one thing that was... when it's open, right. The string about this video has got to be this. Officer Meekins. Sir, did you need me, sir? I think my other point was good enough. As I understand it, the locker apparatus works like this. Alright. When you grab the handle, a sensor reads your fingerprints if it's a match. When it turns on, the lock is released. According to my very limited experience, that's the way I understand it. Yes, sir? Understand it, sir. So, then something is seriously wrong with this picture. Ah, the thingy was on, just like I thought. The victim reaches for the handle to the door, open on the... When the victim reaches the handle to open the locker. Let's rewind a little earlier. Here, notice the light. What's this? It's already lit. It's already lit, fam, as the kids say. Ho, ho, ho. Precisely my point, Your Honor. The locker was already open before the victim grabbed the handle.
Yeah! Penis Wright. Order! Order! What is the meaning of this? It's very simple, Your Honor. The locker wasn't locked on the day of the crime. The locker locks are controlled by an electronic system. When a door is shut, a sensor is triggered, and the locker is automatically locked. Oh, I know, it must have broken down. Of course, I'm not an expert in this. That's not likely, Your Honor. The sensor would detect and report any malfunction. Oh well, it just goes to show novices should keep their mouths shut. Easy, Judge. Then again, I think that was something that was said in the past. So then, Mr. Wright, do you have an explanation? Me, Your Honor? Yes. Why wasn't the locker locked? Me, Your Honor? I don't fucking know. Well, you see, this isn't exactly my field. What do you think, Miss Scientific Investigator? Huh? Oh, maybe something like jam the system sensor. Something jammed the sensor, or something? There's something else that seems out of place in this video. I thought so too. There's gotta be another clue somewhere in this footage. Very well, let's inspect the video once more. The locker was unlocked. Mr. Wright, please point out the cause for this. Oh god. I don't know, I guess the glove could have done it. Please watch closely. This is the continuation of the part I showed you earlier. What's this? Something white fell out of the locker. But sir, it's been my experience that things fall out when doors are opened. I had to fall out and roll great distances when... Alright, enough point. We can't be sure that item was completely inside the locker to begin with. What do you mean? The sensor triggered the lock when the door is shut. What if something was inserted, say, between the sensor and the door? It inserted? This white thing wasn't inside the locker. It was stuck between the door and the sensor. Oh, I understand now, sir. It's just like my tie. 2 or 3 times I got it stuck in the door when I get out of my patrol vehicle, sir. Instead of the door closing, the object would have to be extremely thin to fit the door. Not only that, it would also have to block the electrical currents. It would need to be an insulator. Yes, an insulator. The crime scene. It just might have been something that fits this description. But, sir, we're just glossing over this fucker. We finally got this figured out. Very well, would the defense please present the relevant evidence? What was this insulator that struck the locker door? It was a glove that you can clearly fucking see in the goddamn shit. I found this near the locker. A thin rubber glove. Used to beat off fucking Saddam Hussein. I don't know. But we can't be sure this was the victim's locker. And there's a tag that says SL9 incident. The video seems to depict the victim opening the locker. But that isn't the case. The lit lamp attests for this. The day of the crime, even I could have opened that locker. Wait, I should have said that. It is not so, Officer Meekins? It would appear so, sir.
Order! Order! Order!
I wonder if anybody did a... Okay. Let's go with something. Whatever, fuck it. I don't know.
So we believe that the victim, whom this witness stabbed in the evidence room, was not Detective Goodman? Do not be misled, Your Honor. What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth? The defense has merely demonstrated that possibility and nothing more. The victim in the video was indeed Bruce Goodman. The prosecution will offer one more testimony to prove this. What? Officer Meekins, please testify about this. Sir? Me, sir? I'm not sure what you're referring to, sir.
Like I said, I don't look at people.
Oh, you mean that, sir? Of course, sir.
Is this a joke?
Very well be in your testimony.
There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir.
To enter the evidence room, one must use their ID card. When an ID card is used, there's a record of it. At the time of the crime, the detective had used his card.
Okay, somebody else took it then.
An ID card record. So I see. ID card record right here, Your Honor. The ID used at 1514 is that of the victim. Just before the crime, Yes, without a doubt, this is the victim's ID. However, one thing does strike me as unusual. Several hundred cases should have been due for transferal. Why were there so few people using this room? This particular evidence room is only used for storing certain special cases.
Special cases?
Yes.
The penis Wright case of the amount of coffee. What am I doing?
Extremely violent cases involving police staff. Just hearing that makes my hair stand on end. Just look at it. Shit. Me too, although it doesn't make much of a difference. There are only a few cases up for transferal there, and most were clearly cleared up by noon. Right, I see. Now, let us move on to the cross-examination. Mystery Man 2. There's one other thing that proves the man was Detective Goodman, sir. So unlike your earlier testimony, you believe this to be rock solid, do you? Yes, sir. Solid as stone, sir. If my hand wasn't wrapped in bandages, I'd even give the V for victory sign. Can you just use your right hand for that? So you're not fooling. Seeing, one never knows what he might say until the very last second. Sure, almost use your ID card. Yep, full health, gotcha. Is that card hanging from your neck one of those IDs? Yes, sir, this card right next to my cup, sir. Keep it here so I won't ever forget it. What if someone were to steal it from you, keeping it out in the open like that? Maybe I shouldn't wear it around my neck. What's he got in his hand right there? Remember when I said 2 out of 3 times by the time I get stuck when I get out of my car? Well, the remaining time it's my ID card that gets stuck. How does your tie even get stuck? It's supposed to be tucked into your coat. Like, I can see it's tucked into your coat. It must be a special type of inept. Maybe I should just leave this one alone. At any rate, each police officer has only one ID card. Both the police department and the prosecutor's office attest to this. Please proceed with your testimony. I'm surprised this guy's even allowed to drive. ID card is used. There's a record of it. And we know that this is the record of the witness referred to. Let me see. Yes, that would be it, Detective Goodman.
the matter? According to this, Mr. Edgeworth, your name is on here. Edgeworth did it! He sat in wait and did the assassination. He was fucking Assassin's Creed shit. Fucking Edgeworth out here with the fucking hood. He's got the hidden blade in his fucking floof. So it is, Your Honor. Not that prosecutor again, prosecuting and shit. Maybe he's behind all this. Being a prosecutor, he can hide evidence. No, I mean, it's the man in... Shh, don't stay. Wait, is he talking about me or the fucking... It would seem. The inquiry committee will want to speak with you today. I know I'm ashamed of my actions or their consequences. For now, let's continue with the cross-examination. Poor Mr. Edgeworth, it must be so difficult for him. Time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Isn't the fact that... Wouldn't the fact that this two murders happened 30 minutes from each other at the same time indicate that one of them is not... Why am I picking up my fucking mug again? Wouldn't that indicate that this clearly isn't the same guy in and of itself? I guess it's only a contradiction when I point it out. Who else does it? We just fucking ignore it. Earlier, I believe you testified when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a niff on you. Yes, sir. He didn't show me any card, sir. Any ID card, sir. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, if he had his ID card, all he had to do was show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to draw a knife. Maybe he just panicked. Everything stems from restrictions. Let's point them out. Mr. Wright, what do you think? I'm confused. What? Well, the ID card is far too obvious. It's not like Edward to miss something like this. You're thinking too hard about it. Come on, let's show them what we've got. Alright, let's look at the ID card. And some bullshit about yabba dabba dabba dabba. Oh. He's all who entered the evidence room. What the fuck? Five 584-2189. 584-2189. 584-2189. 584-2189. Okay, so that's not it.
Huh. I'm lost. There's a record of it. Time of the crime, the detective had used his card. Damn it. Shit. Damn, I can't fucking find a thing. Let's go back to pressing the issues. Rock solid. Card hang from your neck. One of these ID cards. Okay, not important. Noted that this is the rest. Talk about this again. Testified that I believe you testified that when you asked the man to show his ID card, he pulled a knife on you. Show me your ID card. Don't you think that's odd? I mean, he has ID card, all you have to do is show it to you. There wouldn't be any reason to lie. Correct. ID cards for oh, wait, not to me!
Advancing the evidence from the time of the murder.
Some way to open that door without the fucking card. Some possibility. Darkened. Scene of stabbing of a detective at PD. This is some interesting. No, it's not true. Where's the case? Yes. Some way to get in there without the card or some proof that it wasn't. Victim memo found the card's trunk. Shit. Maybe the lost item report? Because he didn't finish writing his shit. Wait one moment, Officer Meekins. I'm not good at waiting, sir. I have the victim's ID card right here. I found it at the crime scene. That makes sense. When I say crime scene, I'm not referring to the evidence room at the police department. I mean the other crime scene. The underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. Sorry, did it just say, no, you're wrong, I'm going to do it for you. Your Honor, I have one more piece of evidence to present. Alright, I could have done, that was actually my first option, it's the fact that, oh, I found it here. But I didn't choose that. I didn't choose the card being found at the other crime scene because I don't know when it got there. I had no way of proving that it got there. This is much more solid. Okay, got it. Very important clue regarding the victim's ID card. Lost item report? It's only half complete, but it shows Detective Goodman had lost something on the day of the crime. Something important enough to file out this report. Oh, okay. So it's the card. Okay, my logic was different. You believe it's something with an ID card, right? Can't say for sure, but there's a high probability. Especially since he stopped when writing his fucking card number. On the day of the crime, Detective Goodman was not carrying his card. Order, order! So now, what does all this mean? It can only mean one thing. It doesn't even require much thought. The man Officer Meekins encountered in the evidence room, assuming it even was a man, was not Detective Goodman, but rather the man who stole his ID card. Order! 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 Does the prosecution have a response? I have one thing to say to the defense. Bravo, Mr. Wright. You win. I give up. I'm throwing this case. I'm going to retire and join the circus. What am I doing? Alright. Bravo. Allow me to summarize the defense's argument. At 5:15 p.m. on the day of the crime, the man in the evidence room Officer Meekins encountered was not Detective Goodman. There are two grounds to support this. First, the locker in the evidence room is already unlocked. Second, the victim lost his ID card. Am I correct so far, Mr. Wright? Yes. What's he up to? That being the case, you must inevitably arrive at a single conclusion. If the victim in this video is a fake, then the murder in the evidence room is also fake. In other words, the security camera does not show the instance of the murder. That is... well, I guess that's right. Is something wrong, Mr. Wright? Only moments ago you seemed to be content to point to. You seemed content to be pointing your finger around. This isn't going to end well. Well, it seems you finally realized exactly what you've gone to such lengths to prove. Explain yourself, Mr. Edgeworth. The defense has already done the explaining for me. The victim in this video is a fake, which means the murder did not take place at the police department on 5:15 on the day of the crime. So the real crime can only take place at one location. The underground parking lot. At the prosecutor's office. The murderer being Miss Lana Skye, the defendant. The evidence is compelling. Shit, I fucking fucked up, man. I fucked up. Damn it. Whatever, I'll figure it out. A trustworthy witness observed the moment the defendant used the murder weapon I can't talk today. I can't talk any day. What am I talking about? Ah! I knew that testimony was way too shabby. It was all trapped from the beginning. The activity in the evidence room still leaves many questions unanswered. Who exactly was the victim Officer Meekins encountered? And where did this person disappear to? However, this trial's purpose is to examine only the murder of Detective Goodman. Just so, Your Honor. Mr. Wright, you have to do something or else Lana... What do I do? How am I supposed to get myself out of this mess? Object. Never select wait and see what happens. Ever. One moment, Your Honor. What now, Mr. Wright? Don't tell me you're objecting to what you've just proven. Of course not. I'll figure it out as I go. Fake it till you make it, baby. That's how I pass the bar. Almost walked right into the prosecution's trap. What are you talking about? I didn't set up any trap. What are you talking about? Huh? No traps here. None whatsoever. This cross-examination has proven one thing and one thing only. The security video did not show the actual murder. That thingy. However, it cannot be said that it is unrelated to the murder in the parking lot. Yeah, just ting right there. Specifically, large amounts of blood traces were found in the evidence room. Hey, you're just gonna do this job for me. I'll take it. Do my job for me, Phoenix. I mean, hell, it's your job. I don't know what I'm talking about. The defense demands further examination into the truth of the matter. Mr. Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. If this court were to examine this further, other witnesses would be necessary. Was the prosecution prepared? I'm sorry, Your Honor. The prosecution considered the incident at the police department to be unrelated. We've not prepared any other witnesses for this incident. Then I'll summon a witness, because defense attorneys can do that too. This just might be my chance. Time to call a certain Texas Ranger to the stand. Mr. Wright, do you mean... Your Honor, the defense would like to request a specific witness. Yeah, I can call witnesses too. I'm a fucking attorney. I can do that shit. This is time for my witness, motherfucker. I'm gonna get you with my witness. Oh, whom do you have in mind? Someone we have reason to believe knows the truth. The truth behind the activities that took place in the evidence room. The prosecution requests to hear this person's name before deciding whether or not to comply. Very well then, Mr. Wright. This person whom you would have to testify. What is his or her name? Alright, bring this... The dead man! Bring out his corpse! Officer Jake Marshall. Yes. Bring me his head. Why him? Because I don't like him. He's in charge of the evidence room. I feel we should hear what he has to say. The prosecution agrees to the defense's request. Since he was responsible for guarding the room, we should hear his testimony. Fortunately, he works in the police department. We shouldn't need longer than 20... Yeah. Oh fuck, they'll be buffering. Shit. Shit, oh fuck. My stream health is going down. Fuck, how am I gonna... Any way to repair this? I have no way of repairing this. Alright, hopefully that doesn't become a problem later on. Hopefully that resolves itself. I have no method of repairing that. Should need only 20 minutes to prepare. Very well. The court will take a 30-minute recess while the witness is subpoenaed. The prosecution plead prepare the witness during this testimony. During this time. Your Honor. Court is now in recess. Go outside and play! Yay! February 24, 11:31. There's no stopping you, is there, Mr. Wright? Huh? What do you mean? I'm just doing the shit, you know? Perfect, Jake Marshall. Seems you figured everything out. I haven't figured anything out. I'm just going off the cuff, baby. You're the one who knows everything. Emma. You always know everything. Why don't you just tell us? Mr. Wright is trying his hardest to protect you. Yeah, if we got the fucking actual fucking accused person to fucking do this fucking shit, an easier time. We actually got these people to tell us the fuck happened. My God, we'd be having fun. I don't recall ever asking for protection. How can you be so cold? Don't you trust us? Don't you trust me? You are a child. Hope I'm not interrupting anything, pals. You are interrupting something. Fuck off. Oh, guess I am. I'll come back later. Wait, Detective Gumshoe. What is it? You got a lot of nerve, pal. Making a detective running all around all on duty. Top it off. You call me here. I've seen heavy people at funerals. Sorry, Detective. You'd better be, pal. Hey. Hey. I didn't see you there, Chief Prosecutor Sky. That's okay. What the fuck just happened with all that hay shit? That's okay, so. Have you brought what I asked? Oh, ho! Stop fucking. Stop advancing the text without me, fucker. Cut it out. It's not cool. And then this, right? Apologies, Detective. Due to my present. My apologies, Detective, due to my present circumstances. I was supposed to use Mr. Wright's name when making my request. My name? Is that legal? Over a million years, but I thought it was you who asked me. Could I bother you to bring me the SL incident files? I'll need them by noon. Talk about crazy. The SL incident. But Lana, that's... I thought Mr. Wright might need them, so I had them brought here. Here, you might do well to read them. Can't believe you. The chief prosecutor were a witness in that case. Miss Sky was a witness? Files for the Joe Dark killing saw 2 years ago. Take it from me, you don't want anything to do with serial murderers. Oh wait, now that I brought you that's your stuff, you're just gonna ignore me? Emma, but why? Why is your name in here? What? My name in there? I don't know. Unless... Was I murdered? Oh no, it couldn't be. Lana, this SL9 is that... That's the classification number in the police file. That's the classification number the police filed it under. 2 years ago, the rest of the world knew it as... the Joe Dark killings. The Joe Dark. No, Lana. That's over with. No. Oh, wait. Straight away. You know what? Just remembered I gotta be somewhere. Alright, pal. I'm out of here. Alright. See ya. Okay. Jake Marshall, Star, Damon Camp, Miles Edgeworth. Damn. Not to mention Lana and Emma.
Everyone involved in this case is connected to those killings 2 years ago. It can't be just a coincidence. Knowing you just might be able to figure it out. Time to get back to the trial, Mr. Wright. Best of luck. Better take a good look at this file. Oh, shit. And my stream shit is still poor. Fuck. I have no idea how to fix it. Maybe I can look it up. I got a minute. Why am I like that? Okay. Fucking. That is a different type of stream. Alright, I have absolutely no idea how to do any of those things, so I'm just gonna have to live with it. Okay. Alright. It's time for court. Nothing more action-packed and intense than a fucking court case. Wow, I really just fucking died there, dude. I got fucking possessed. I'm looking at the fucking live stream. It's got a bit of a delay on it. That was fucked. I was like, your mother sucks fucking anus in hell. Anyway. We'll now reconvene for the trial of Miss Sky. Emma didn't come back. Allow me to call the next witness to the stand. The officer in charge of guarding the evidence room on the day of the crime. Witness, please state your name and occupation. I hate this guy. Just fucking... I doubt that there's that much booze in there. You're just pissing in that thing and drinking your own second harvest, aren't you? Me, partner? Oh, I'm just a man, same as you, wandering the trails of civilization. Occasionally helping the elderly across intersections when needed. Yes, we get it. Oh, I know. You're a patrolman. I asked my name. If you listen hard enough, you can hear it howling. Hear the howling wind calling it out. To be exact, it's Jake Marshall, Your Honor. Not giving clear answers. Howling wind? I never heard Edward described that way before. Phoenix, you should speak out, say these things out loud. You should definitely be saying these things out loud, but also don't. You'll get in a lot of trouble. Oh, my stream health is excellent again. Yay! Let's hope it stays that way until I can fucking shut this shit down. Anyways, I'm sitting a little bit too high here. Okay, that's good. Okay. Now, Mr. Marshall, let me ask you something. You were in charge of guarding the evidence from the day the crime took place. Is this correct? According to the papers, partner. Bro, stop. Your hair doesn't grow that fast. What do you mean? A desperado's soul is as boundless as the desert sand. No paper can sum it up. Answer concisely and clearly, you fuck. Maybe it's supposed to get on with this quickly. Please share with us your testimony of the day of the crime. In plain old English. Because we speak English. This is an English nation. This is absolutely the reasonable request. See this? Look at this. Look at this. There's a shitload of evidence, man. Look at this tape. You see that English right there? You see the English we got here on the tape? It's English. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. They say I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. Science room's protected by 2 security systems anyways. So you didn't do your job properly. If I remember right, I was a street side saloon when time it went down. Just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail. Can't say I particularly care for your attitude. Can't say I particularly care for your beard, but you don't see me complaining. Please tell me this guy did it. I hope he's the murderer. I was joking before, like, oh, we're just gonna accuse the guy. No, I want him to be the murderer. Fuck this guy. What a fucking douche. What do you mean by 2 security systems? I mean, the security cameras and the ID card reader. Reckon even a cowpoke like you knows about those. Yes, well, what about the fingerprint activated locks in the evidence lockers? Fingerprint activating locks? What kind of newfangled doohickeys are those? He's not being very helpful. He's not that good with machines or following orders. No wonder he got demoted. Everyone's got their weaknesses now, don't they, Mr. Prosecution? This one seems like trouble. Okay, Mr. Wright, he's all yours. God knows I don't want him. Day of the crime. My job was to keep a wary eye on that bone orchard. How exactly did you keep an eye on the evidence room? Just made sure nothing moved and security camera monitors. Room so still. Even time dies in there. I was just a caretaker who entered the recordings. You interred them? Videos of nothing aren't that useful. When the time would come, I'd erase the tape. Nothing unusual was reported. Tapes are to be erased every 6 hours. Each time I'd erase a tape, it felt like I was erasing a part of my life. It's rather flavorful dramatic, but it isn't going to do him any good. So in actuality, you don't physically enter the evidence room. I said I was supposed to make rounds 3 times a day, but that ain't my style. But you made your rounds on the day of the crime, right? Ain't you heard the words I said, partner? I told you that ain't my style. Now I'm afraid I don't understand. No desperado I know lets rules get in the way. No desperado I know joins the police force. So Officer Marshall, on the day of the crime, just between you and me, I didn't set foot in the evidence room that day. It's a rubber glove stuck to the victim's locker. Do you know anything about that? Sorry, partner, I can't say I do. I haven't been in the crypt in weeks. How does this guy avoid being fired? Sucks a lot of dick. Besides, the room is protected by 2 security systems anyways. You used to be a detective, so you used evidence from the past, correct? Of course, back in the day, my locker was a gold mine of evidence. And yet, you didn't know about the fingerprints locking mechanism. Sorry, partner, I ain't good with machines. Yeah. Couldn't even tell you how a bike works. Quite incredible. You're just straight up not qualified for this fucking job, it looks like. You should be fucking fired. Wait a second, let me look at something. Alright, anyway. The Zoom locker handles cannot be seen. It is well known that some detectives are unaware of their presence. And they
mentioned that their gumshoe said something like that too. Anyway, it doesn't seem that this is relevant to the crime. You're just what you were doing when the crime took place. You were right, I was at the street style saloon when the time went down.
So you abandoned your post and damn near murder happened.
What were you doing in a place like that?
I was eating spaghetti.
Not even an angel's steak lunch can be parlors. Vongole sepe pasta. Do you mean to tell us?
Shut up, phone.
You abandoned your police duties to eat some noodles?
Not all desperados eat tacos, partner.
That's not what I meant. I hope this has at least taught you a lesson. That's strange. This is usually where Edgeworth says, Did you not want a raise this year? I'm just an innocent traveling man, so if you're out of ammo, it's time to hit the trail.
Out of ammo, Officer Marshall?
That's right, partner. I had no more pee to piss in the pee corner. You didn't notice the pee corner? It was off screen. Or as you call it, evidence. If you're planning to pin me to this crime, then you better draw. Otherwise, you're just wasting my time. Steel horse is waiting to carry me back west into the sunset. One thing seems clear. Despite being responsible for guarding the evidence room, the witness doesn't appear to have seen anything. Texans don't take orders from anyone. Everyone knows that. Apparently your superiors don't. Okay, I have a trump card up my sleeve, so I best keep my cool. Before I use it, though, I better up the ante. Bone orchard. Okay, so I think that the blood fingerprints thing is what I need to use at some point, but Phoenix just set up the ante. Oh, shit. Let's see. Crime, serial murder, sentence, death. Trilogy tonight. Neil Marshall, right? Edwards, Edwards, goodness, on the sky, in the sky. Station, task force, execution, dance, grand last night, atmosphere, school atmosphere, Jake Marshall. Angel Star. What did Phoenix mean when he says up the ante? The only thing I think to do.
Alright, no up in the ante.
Officer Marshall, doesn't it strike you as odd? That is, you being called to testify like this?
Pulls a gun and shoots me.
After all, you weren't in the security room at the time of the crime. And yet you dragged me down here. Explain yourself, partner.
It's quite simple. You left a very large trail behind at the scene. Or to be exact, a handprint.
Listen real good, partner. Like I said, I'm the caretaker of that crypt. I pay my respects. That is, make my rounds about once a month. Only natural my fingerprints will be there. Nope. Unless you was bleeding when you did it. Unless it was a blood oath or some shit. Which I don't think you would have done, because that'd be stupid. I only wish it were, officer. But you see, your fingerprints were covered in blood. Witness! What is the meaning of this? Your blood-stained fingerprints were at the crime scene? The blood was wiped away. However, luminol tests clearly revealed this. Well, Officer Marshall? Seems to me. There ain't a person in this room with a head on his shoulders. Alright, noted. So, explain. I take it you have an explanation then, Officer Marshall? About the blood-stained fingerprints? Very well, you begin your testimony about your fingerprints. Found at the scene of the crime. Blood-stained fingerprints. Like I say, it's only natural my fingerprints were in that evidence room. One of them just happened to be at the same place as the bloodshed handprints. Murderer touched the locker somewhere where my fingerprints was by chance. Bloodstain and the fingerprints were completely unrelated. Didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? See, I had nothing to do with it. The witness explanation appears valid, except that that's clearly not the case.
We can clearly see.
Fuck, whatever. This fucking guy, I'm gonna get him in jail one way or another. Let me tell you something. Life wouldn't be fun without any doubt, partner. Evidence may now cross-examine the witness. This guy's hiding something. I can feel it. Now's my chance to prove it. There must be in that evidence room. That's because how you put it, pay your respect once a month. Yeah, that's right. And one more thing. That locker happened to be mine. Happens to be mine. What? What do you mean? I mean what I said. That locker I used when I was a detective. The locker I still use. All that's in there now, though, is a heap of broken dreams. I see. It'd be strange if my prints weren't all over that locker. Apparently, his fingerprints data was never removed from that locker's programming. He must have been using the fingerprint lock at the time without even knowing it. All this time without ever knowing it, okay. His fingerprints updating the court record. One of them just happened to be at the same place, but that's blood-stained handprints. So then, what about the bloody handprint? Wasn't mine, it's no mystery. Please explain.
My locker is covered with my fingerprints.
Just so happens. The murderer touched the locker where my fingerprints was by chance.
Yet not in the exact place.
Chances of that happening are 1,000,000 to 1. On the contrary, one could argue the opposite. Chances of that not happening are 1,000,000 to 1. Get one thing straight, partner. You ain't gonna get no reward from me with a mere fingerprint. Wanna know why? The bloodstain and the fingerprints are completely unrelated. Unrelated? They're as different as night and day. like cereal and cereal. What's going to do with breakfast if the other's a type of murder? You're right, although seemingly alike, they're totally different. I don't see what homonyms had to do with this. Or didn't you know the murderer was wearing gloves? How do you know that? Maybe a loner, but I still did my job. I keep up on the reports. There's a blood stain at the scene, though, thought to be left by the murderer. That's right. It was found when I took the gumshoe's locker. However, no fingerprints were detected on that handprint. Well, yeah, I think we tried that too. So that would mean the murderer, wearing gloves, happened to place their hand on top of Marshall's fingerprint. It's a logical conclusion. Starting to get the picture, partner. The picture. Sealed blood. In the desert, it's just flowed through the buzzards. There's only one reality, and that's this. Security tape. Well, if my trail isn't there, you can't say otherwise. Oh, you just did it. I found your trail already. This isn't getting us anywhere, Mr. Wright. Please consider carefully where we're going with this cross-examination. Yes, Your Honor. Now then, continue your testimony, Officer Marshall. Too bad it wasn't me in that video, right, partner? What do you mean by that? You want to tie me to this crime? Isn't that right, partner? If so, that video is the only direct evidence you have. That video is next to useless. It's full of blind spots. Blind spots? Places you can't see. The camera's panning back and forth. The floor isn't shown. If someone was familiar with the camera's position, they could leave the room without being caught on tape. We don't have time for your speculation, Mr. Wright. Well, Mr. Wright, if you could show us the evidence in this video that indicates Officer Marshall is present, please do so now. I will. I found it earlier today. You just didn't fucking listen to me. Allow me to point out your mistake, Officer Marshall. Tread carefully, Mr. Wright. Or you might wind up being the one making the mistake. You fucking threatening me, Edgeworth, huh? You want to take this? You want to take a recess? Come back with a fucking black eye, huh? Huh? Now then, let's have a look at the video. Show us this incriminating evidence of the witness. Officer Jake Marshall. Oh shit. Right here. Bringing our attention back to the security camera is a mistake I'm afraid you'll soon not forget, Officer Marshall. The days are short in Texas, and so are our tempers. Do you sum up what you have to say in 8 words or less? I don't know about 8 words. Very well. You can clearly be seen in this video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Exactly 8 words. Not bad, partner. The key lies in a certain locker shown in this video. That locker with the white cloth sticking out. That was the witness's, I believe. Now then, let's rewind the video a bit. See, I pointed this shit out earlier. We could have skipped a lot of this shit if you just fucking listened. The white cloth. It's gone. What is the meaning of this, Officer Marshall? When the crime took place, the white cloth wasn't there. Then it suddenly appeared. There's only one explanation. Officer Marshall, you were in the evidence room at the time of the crime. What's more, you opened your locker when the camera was turned away. Order! Order!
Order, orders. Sorry, partner. But you got the wrong man. So what if my locker was open? Doesn't mean I'm the one who opened it. The murderer needed to hide something, so he opened a locker and stuck it in. It's not my fault he happened to choose mine. I see everybody's staring at me like I'm a wanted man. This guy isn't just playing dumb. He really doesn't know. I hate to rain on your parade, but you're the only person who can open that particular locker. Oh yeah? I call your bluff. You say I opened that locker? Now prove it. Okay. Fingerprint sensor? We talked about this earlier today. The locker can only be opened by detectives they belong to. What kind of crazy talk is this? Well, Detective Gumshoe did mention something about this. Did mention something about this. In any case, the locks aren't that obvious. There are even some people in the force that don't know about the fingerprint locks. So, Sheriff, what do you have to say in 8 words or less? I only got 1 word for you, partner. No! Order! 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 Witness, explain yourself. If this is a joke, it's the worst I've ever heard. I assure you this is no joke, Officer Marshall. Now then, please tell us what you were doing in the evidence room at the time of the crime. Ole, please answer the question. What is he now? Ball pointer? What a shut the fuck up. It's alright, Officer Marshall. I believe we can figure out the rest of it from here. We can? Have a look at these floor plans. No place for someone to hide in the evidence room. Yet Officer Meekins didn't see Officer Marshall. If that's so, then, where was the witness? Seems Mr. Wright has an answer. That's right, the only possible conclusion. Well then, let's hear it. Another crime. I don't fucking know. There? So Marshall was standing right here. So Meekins didn't notice him standing there. That's almost as credible as Meekins' rat theory. Okay. Where reload. Gang up on me. Perhaps you should think a little more about where Officer Marshall was. Should have seen him in the evidence room. He's good. Then would be. Well, then let's hear it. Here. I don't fucking know. How am I supposed to know that for sure? Fuck.
Standing behind this shit? Alright. I'm looking this up. I think this is just unreasonable. Wait, that's... Goodman wants that. Fuck! Damn it! I was overthinking shit. Alright, I'm stupid. I fucking thought that was the case. I just got all confused. Correct, unless the man wasn't Detective Goodman. I believe the victim in this video is Officer Marshall. It was you, dressed up like Detective Goodman. But that's preposterous. Officer Meekins witnessed the detective at the crime scene. He saw the man's face. He'd know for sure. May I point out, though, that Officer Meekins did not know Detective Goodman. He also testified about the man's reaction when confronted. The evidence for him, I asked him to show his card, sir. Yes, he did Goodman respond. He suddenly pulled a knife on me. Something about the officer's story puzzles me. The man had his ID card. Why didn't he just show it? Yes, he would have needed it to enter the evidence room, so he must have been carrying it. The answer is simple. He couldn't show it. As you can see, Detective Goodman's picture on this ID card. Oh, I get it. If he showed that, his cover would have been blown. Officer Meekins would have realized the man wasn't Detective Goodman. Do you have anything to say to this, Officer Marshall? Okay, that was one fucking clue I used out of figuring everything else out by myself. Okay. You got quite an imagination, partner. You got a term for that. It's called circumstantial evidence. Circumstantial evidence? He's still denying it. You can't do better than that to break a detective. Unless you have hard evidence proving I dressed up as a victim. Can't say I particularly care for your uncooperative disposition. Can't say I gave you a brief just to explain it. Well, Mr. Wright, do you have any evidence proving beyond shadow of a doubt that Officer Marshall dressed up as the victim? Well, who am I kidding? I don't have anything like that. I can see the fear in your eyes, partner. Seems you're the one who couldn't take the desert heat. Ah, this can't be happening. It's so obvious he's the one. What can I do? Looks like your lack of experience has finally been exposed. Pass on to you as someone told me when I was just starting out. When you run into a wall with no place to go, return to the basics. The basics? For me, that would be what Mia used to tell me. Phoenix, try thinking outside the box. I shouldn't look for proof that Officer Marshall was in disguise. Rather, I should look for evidence that he came about because he was in disguise. Why do you think this locker was open in the first place? What do you mean? There's no reason for Officer Marshall to open his locker at the time of the crime. Yeah, he did, despite the chance we might discover later. Which means he didn't originally plan to open his locker. According to the defense's argument, Mr. Jake Marshall dressed up as Detective Goodman at the time of the crime. Then after the crime was committed, he opened his own locker for some unknown reason. The fact that a white cloth is sticking out of the locker seems to indicate that. He opened it in order to put the cloth inside. So, just what exactly is this piece of cloth? Perhaps. Perhaps the video is the key to all our unanswered questions. And the evidence, so this video is my only shot. Very well, let's take yet another look at the security tape. After committing the crime, the witness opened the locker door from away with the white cloth. Please show us why the witness had to open his locker. I gotta look at this fucking security tape again. I think it's because it was covered in blood. Something happened because he was in disguise. Something because he was in disguise. Alright. Something to think of. What do you have to say to that? Alright, partner. Really want to know the reason I opened my locker? Why? So I can stuff you in there. There. Okay. Oh, fuck me. I did that. I just had the fucking thing on the wrong shit. Fuck. Blood on the jacket. For some reason, you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman and enter the evidence room, though I don't know to what end yet. However, something unexpected happened. Officer Meekins barged in on you. When asked to show your ID card, you pulled a knife on him. However, Officer Meekins panicked. And the white coat you were wearing was soiled with blood. A bloody white coat? You couldn't just walk out like that. So you hid the coat in your locker. Not bad, partner. Now then, Officer Marshall, are you ready to tell us the truth? Looks like I underestimated y'all. I hope you're happy now, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, you were only half as persistent then as you are today. We all wouldn't have to be here now would we? Officer Marshall, tell the court what you did, all of it. All right. Seems the time has come. I had to do it that day. I couldn't just stand by and let it die. I stole the detective's ID and dressed like him, planned to take out the evidence. I wasn't expecting Officer Meekins. I knocked him out. I managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on camera. There wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. So the supposed victim was really you. There's one thing I still don't understand. Traces of a large quantity of blood were found on the floor of the evidence room. If no one was murdered, then how could that be? You can just cut his own hand. I guess he's the donor. There's way too much blood for such a small donation. Marshall's confession. Alright, fucker. But that day I couldn't just stand by and let it die. When you say it, you mean... Do you even have to ask, partner? SL9 incident. 2 years had passed since that case was closed. It was going to completely end with the transferal that day. Not if I had anything to say about it. What did it say? Not if I have anything to do with it. Okay. That incident's not over. What did you hope to accomplish by sneaking into the evidence room? When the case is closed, only that case's lead detective can look through the evidence. I wanted to have a look at it myself one more time, no matter what the cost. I don't care what anyone says, partner. That case is mine. Officer Marshall wasn't in charge of that investigation. Why does he care so much about it?
That day was my last chance. That's why I stole the detective's ID card and dressed like him. I plan to take out the evidence. Why did you disguise yourself as Detective Goodman? I didn't make it look like Goodman was carrying out the evidence transferal. I'd be arrested for stealing evidence, which wouldn't get me anywhere. So you did it to fool the security camera. The detective's ID card. I stole that the morning of the incident. So that really was why Goodman started filing out that lost end report. I returned his ID card. I left it on the floor in the prosecutor's parking lot. The ID card was was left there by Officer Marshall. So essentially, you managed to succeed despite your lack of foresight. What do you mean, partner? I mean the fingerprint activated lock, of course. No matter how well you disguise yourself, you can't change your fingerprints. Under normal circumstances, you wouldn't have been able to open the locker by yourself. But you could because the rubber glove just happened to get stuck in the door. That means Detective Goodman must have opened the locker before Officer Marshall. As expected, Officer Meekins, I knocked him out. Pulled a knife on Officer Meekins and tried to drive him off. Let's just say I was a little surprised. I planned on being in the evidence room for no more than 5 minutes. Speaking of which, is that the knife yet? Why are you taking a knife into a courtroom anyways? I don't think anyone would actually come in during that short time. Officer Meekins certainly is a one-in-a-million type of person. Making a detective for an intruder demanding to be shown. Mistaking a detective for an intruder and demanding to be shown his ID. I'd like to think a little more about his race this year. When did Edgeworth get so much influence? Anyway, he threw himself at me. I ended up cutting him slightly. I'm sorry it had to turn out that way. I mean, knocking him out and everything. By the way, what happened to your knife? Oh, you mean this one? I don't know what to say. So you knocked Officer Meekins out and managed to escape. I knew which areas wouldn't be caught on the camera. So you did your research beforehand. Those again to the desert unprepared don't live long, partner. I didn't think it would make a difference though. Security tape was erased every 6 hours. Following on his plan, no fluid would have been left. However, you bloodied your coat and struck with Officer Meekins. Someone was in the security room when I came out, the jig would have been up. I opened my locker and stashed it there. What was Officer Meekins doing there at the time? What else? He was sleeping like a baby. So what you're saying is, on that day, there wasn't any murder in the evidence room at 5:15. But the blood found at the scene certainly indicates that the crime took place. What are you, blind? The victim shown on that tape is me. I'm not dead yet, partner. So you stole the evidence from Walker. Actually, no, I didn't. Why not? When I opened the locker, the evidence is already gone. What? Mr. Edgeworth? Where is that evidence? It's still missing, Your Honor. Detective Goodman's locker was already empty. Someone else stole the evidence. Officer Marshall, may I ask you one thing? Fire away, partner. It's a free country. I think. Where are we exactly? Just remember, no one's free to decide whether or not to answer. Why did you do this? Stealing a detective's ID, injuring the police officer? This is no small offense. Moreover, you're an officer yourself. This will have serious consequences. You can't just be forgiven with a simple cut in salary. And that salary cuts are ever a valid solution. Or every valid solution. Why not? Why? Isn't that... Like I said, this isn't your case. This one's mine. I'll do anything it takes to get an answer I'm satisfied with. The witness has an unusual amount of zeal. Let's hear more. Can't just forget the SL9 incident. You know why. That case was solved 2 years ago, wasn't it? That's the reason the evidence was stored in the evidence room. Joe Dark was convicted for his crimes. One thing I can say for sure, he deserved his sentence. I remember the Joe Dark case. It involved serial murderers, didn't it? I don't intend to complain about how it turned out. There's something that still bothers me. Something went down at that trial. Something no one will talk about. What happened? I don't know. That's what I'm trying to find out. Why is he so concerned with the incident? Maybe I should present him with what I think is his real reasoning. Sooner or later, everyone involved here is related in some way to that case. We're taking a look at the files. Alright, so I know I'm going to end up presenting the case files. When am I going to present it? Alright, that's what I thought it would be. So I'm able to figure this whole case, or this whole trial, I was able to figure shit out, but I fucking presented it wrong. So I ended up getting in trouble. Or I just didn't present it because I, for some fucking reason, thought I had to abandon the fucking whatever. Officer Marshall, I think I understand. I think I know why you care so much about the SL9 incident. Sounds like you've been sipping too much cactus juice, partner. I have the SL9 incident file here. The name Marshall is mentioned in here. And a list of murder victims. Neil Marshall. Are you related to this man? Neil Marshall? Yeah, I'm sure you've heard the name. 2 years ago. Oh shit. You received the same lousy prosecutor award you got. Wait, a prosecutor? You must be talking about the King of Prosecutors Award. Now I remember. Prosecutor Neil Marshall. He handled the SL9 case before I did. That's right. He was killed. And the case fell into your hands. What's his relation to you? He was my brother. He was investigating the murders with Damon Gant, the then deputy chief of police. The detectives I was part of worked under them. We were desperate to prosecute the killer. Oh fuck, he's got a knife. Joe Dark. My brother fought Dark and was killed. That was the first time Dark left behind any evidence. That was all we needed. He was assigned and incarcerated. He was arraigned and incarcerated. The case is finally closed. At least according to public records. What do you mean? My brother couldn't have been killed by Joe Dark. I knew my brother better than anyone. No one could have beaten him in a fight. And that's it? That's your reason for your insane actions? There's more of my brother's deaths than what the records say. No matter how much you try to hide it, you can't fool me. Well, at least one thing's for certain. Now we know what happened to the police department on the day of the crime. That was the last day the SL9 case could be reopened. Not satisfied with the resolution, Officer Marshall planned to steal the evidence. Disguising himself as Detective Goodman, he entered the evidence room. Officer Meekins confronted him, so he rendered him unconscious and fled. Yes, this mystery has finally been cleared up. No murder took place at the police department that day. The things that happened by chance never cease to amaze me. The exact time the murder
the exact time was the murder at the prosecutor's office. This fake murder was going on at the police department. Chance? It's gotta be more than just that. So if no one was murdered at the police department on the day of the crime, that means the murder in the police officer's parking lot was the real one. Which in turn means only one person could have committed the crime. Chief Prosecutor Lana Skye. But wait, a verdict wasn't reached in yesterday's trial. Which is why we examined the incident at the police department today. But there's only one reason the defendant was not convicted yesterday. There yet remained the mystery of the simultaneous murder of the police department. Seems to me, this boy's got the draw on you, partner. All the mysteries of the police department have been resolved, no doubt about it. Our sole murder took place at the prosecutor's office. The only suspect is Lana Skye, and the testimony of one of Miss Angel's Star is completely incontestable. Just stumbling over myself. If you have a response, make it a single word or less. Arrgh! Excellent choice of words. I concede. I rest my case. Seems this trial has reached its conclusion. There's no room for doubt. Well done, Mr. Wright. Thanks to you, I didn't need to waste my time disproving the alleged murder at the police department. There's no doubt what I proved today is true. The apparent murder on the security camera tape The apparent murder on the security camera's tape really was a fake. But I didn't realize that would end up proving Lana guilty. Now then, time for the verdict has arrived. The school finds the defendant. Your Honor, wait. Emma? The defense has an objection. A scientific objection. Right? What do you mean, right? Mr. Wright, are you this girl's guardian? Your Honor? Oh, in a sense. Please, Your Honor, all I'm asking for is a minute of your time. Please hear me out. Mr. Edward, please. I don't want to leave any loose ends. You want a minute? I'll give you 3. I was kind of in shock. Finding out the SL9 incident referred to the Joe Dark killings. Now that she mentions it, the name of Wolf Sky sisters were in that file. But that's when I figured it out. What Officer Marshall was trying to do that day. So I knew his fingerprints had nothing to do with the crime. That left only one thing. The other handprint. The traces of blood found on Detective Gumshoe's locker. But no fingerprints were found on it, right? No, but I figured if I examined it scientifically, I'll be sure to find a clue. So I ran over there and looked at it again. So did you find something? No. Alright then, guilty! Huh? Sorry, I guess I'm not much of a scientific investigator after all. Well, fuck. Is that all? Please don't be mad. I'm just a high school student. And I'm just an attorney. Mr. Wright, those traces of blood are the only clue we have. If you can't find something wrong with them, please, Mr. Wright, you're a professional. If anyone can save Lana, it's you. Me? Oh boy. Time's up. Now then, Mr. Wright. With regard to the incident of the police department, does any reasonable doubt remain? It appears the defense is troubled by the other blood mark. Look at the floor plans. A handprint was discovered around here. Is there a problem with this? Yeah, the fucking mascot was in the way. Mr. Wright, I'm sorry I can't be of more use. But still, if you Can't find anything wrong with the blood mark. One will be. Please answer my question, Mr. Wright. We don't have all day. Yes, Your Honor. If I ever needed to concentrate, it's now. What could be wrong with the handprint on taking Notion's locker? Could there be something I'm missing? I object! Such easy fucking questions to answer. This handprint left at the crime scene clearly shows a contradiction. The only thing that seems clear is your grasping, Mr. Wright. You've been staring pretty intently at those floor plans. Tell me, is there a problem with them? Yes, this is strange. Take a good look at these floor plans. Something is missing. Missing? You mean something hasn't been drawn on there? Yes, something that when drawn would completely change the meaning of the blood mark. Let us play the defense isn't simply trying to buy time. Very well, Mr. Wright. All the evidence here. There's got to be something I can use. The question is, which item can prove something is missing from the floor plans? It would be this thing. This. What about that piece of plywood? The Blue Badger, mascot of the police force, defender of truth, guardian of proof, is the true murderer. You ever play FNAF? It's this game. That's right. Please look at the floor plans of the crime scene. The Blue Badger is not there. So watch what happens when we put him in. This is where he was dancing at the time of the crime. Well, what? That's right. As long as the Blue Badger is dancing here, it would be impossible to place a handprint at this spot in the locker. What? That means, just what exactly does that mean? It means it can't be done. What are you saying? Blood traces were undeniably found in the locker. Don't look at me. I didn't put it there. He said no clue what this. He didn't even know what he's doing. Mr. Wright, think it through scientifically. Emma? It's like, don't look at me. I don't fucking know. What do you think I am? An attorney? I just fucking point out the facts. I don't know what to make of them. I don't know what I'm fucking doing. I'm not even a real attorney. I found this shit in a fucking gutter somewhere. Why'd you even let me in here? I'm a homeless man. On that afternoon, Officer Meekins was the one who brought the Blue Badger in the evidence room, right? After he put it down, it would be impossible to leave a handprint on that locker. So, that means this blood mark was up there before the Blue Badger was brought in. Just one moment. I will not allow such far-fetched balderdash in my court. Throws the gavel at him. It may sound far-fetched, Your Honor. That's the only possible explanation. Yep, the only possible explanation. On February 21st, the police department evidence room, blood was spilled not once, but twice. But how? One time was captured on this tape taken by the security camera. Officer Meekins cut his hand from which the trivial amount of blood fell. Looks like but the way that fucking camera makes it look like he just got fucking gutted. The problem is the other time. Someone bled prior to the struggle shown on this tape. It had to have been. It had to have been Detective Goodman when he was really murdered. Will they have DNA tests for this blood? This is ridiculous. I refuse to accept your absurd claim. The murder portrayed in the security tape has been proven to be a fake. However, that does not explain the blood mark found on the locker. So then, assuming this murder you purportedly happened, when did it take place? I demand you show the evidence that proves when it occurred. When did the first incident occur? To summarize, the defense claims that Prior to Officer Meekins being cut by Jake Marshall was posing as Detective Goodman. The other incident took place in that evidence room. That's right. The blood mark on the locker proves this. Very well, then tell us. When did this first incident occur? Mr. Edwards said. Proof must be presented. Proof that shows when the murder took place. There's only one piece of evidence that can show that. Now then, will the defense please present the evidence? I guess it has to be the fucking... the IDs. It was you, Edgeworth.
Yeah, ID card record. The crime took place inside the evidence room, and the killer would have had to if the crime took place inside the evidence room, then the killer would have had to enter it. In order to do so, an ID card would have been required. An ID card?
Oh! The ID card record. Officer Meekins brought the blue badger panel to the evidence room at, let's see here, 4:50. And Edgeworth killed the man. Going to police before that time. Then it would be 4:40 p.m. Miles Edgeworth, just what have you done? Never would have figured you had the nerve, boy. Drop the act, witness. It doesn't take a lot of thought to figure out it couldn't have been me. Nope, I ain't getting it.
I'm afraid I don't understand either. It's clear from the luminol test that the blood was there. However, when the second crime took place, both Officer Meekins and Officer Marshall failed to notice the blood. That means the blood from the first crime was wiped away by the real murderer. I would have had just 10 minutes to murder the victim, carry his body away, and clean up the blood. Unfortunately, that's physically impossible. I'm not built different, unfortunately. That would mean the crime must have taken place before Mr. Edgeworth entered the evidence room. Let's look at the chart again. There's only one other card number remaining. 777777774. Talk about a lucky number.
But wait, that doesn't make sense.
How could Detective Goodman have entered the evidence room? Since there's no record of his card being used beforehand, he must have entered along with the real murderer. That's the only plausible explanation. He went in with 7777777.
Mr. Edgeworth, please look into this ASAP. Find out whose ID card is
777777777. That's 1 7 too many, Your Honor.
Oh shit! I'm guilty!
Unfortunately, I'm unable to look up the owner of that ID card, at least at present.
What?
Explain yourself, son. The ID number 7777777 belongs to someone with a rank of captain or higher. Someone who is a so-called executive officer. You don't have the authority to inquire into such a person's identity.
But that's ridiculous. Just how?
What do you say? Just how, yeah. I'm not finished talking, Mr. Wright. There is one situation in which we can be granted such authority. An official charge is filed against an executive is accepted. An official charge? You're all alike, aren't you? With your cover-ups and your forgeries. That's how the prosecutor's office operates. I take pride in my work, Officer Marshall. I'd appreciate it if you would keep your slander to yourself. Slander, is it? Okay, let me ask a question. Yes? No, not to you. To her, the defendant, sitting over there. Your own little executive. Nope, can't do that. That's testifying against yourself in court. That's Fifth Amendment. Can't do that shit. Nope, can't do that shit. Nope, absolutely can fucking not. Nope, 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 nope. Objection, objection. Absolutely fucking object. That's unconstitutional. And as we all know, this ain't no kangaroo court. It's a completely constitutional and fair, total fucking courtroom of law. Oh wait, no it isn't. Lana? Don't be stupid. She's been charged with murder. Of course we've looked up her ID number. And it's not 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7. Don't blame me for a fool, partner. That's not what I wanted to ask. All I want to know is one thing about that incident. The SL9 incident. Answer me this, Chief Prosecutor. In that trial 2 years ago, did you really only use legitimate evidence? Do you need the witness to repeat his question, Chief Prosecutor? I heard him fine, Mr. Edgeworth. 2 years ago, I was in charge of the prosecution for that trial. At the time, we felt powerlessness of the law. At least I did. Lana? I became a prosecutor in order to suppress crime with the law. Before I realized it, we were the ones being suppressed by the law. Defendant, just what are you saying? I'll ask you again, Chief Prosecutor. During that trial 2 years ago, did you really present all the evidence in court? Again, you can't fucking make someone testify against themselves. This shit's illegal. Phoenix, object! Fuck! Can you look me, an investigator in that crime, in the eye and say that you did? Chief Prosecutor, you didn't. I don't have to, Officer Marshall. Why won't you answer him? Drastic crimes require drastic measures. That's just the way it is. We did what we had to do in order for him to get the verdict he deserved. But Lana, even if it involved forging evidence. You didn't have to confess to that. You could have just pled the fifth. Or do you not have the fifth? See? That's what I'm talking about. No. No! Order! 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 Lana's remarks caused such a stir. Okay, what? I have to wait till the following day. Such a stir. All right. And there you have it. All right, it's a little early, but it's a good place to call it here. I will see you fuckheads next time. All right. Ciao, fuckers.